Let's talk red flags, but not just the ones you spot in clients, the ones you ignore in yourself. When I first started chefing, I thought saying yes made me look professional. I took last minute bookings, absorbed grocery costs, I accepted inconsistent communication. I told myself I was being flexible, but really I was being afraid. Afraid to lose the client, afraid to come off difficult, afraid to stand tall in what I knew was right. But here's what I've learned. Red flags don't go away with time. They compound. What feels like a minor inconvenience now will become a pattern later. And by the time it costs you your time, your peace, or your money, it's too late to course correct, at least quietly. So what does advocacy look like in real time? It looks like stating your availability up front. It looks like sticking to your cancellation policy. It looks like honoring your system even when the money is tempting. It's not just about protecting your peace. It's about protecting your standards. Because the longer you ignore a red flag, the harder it hits when it finally lands. Let me tell you a story. I call it the client I paid to feed. I was referred by one of my clients to another player, a good guy. His goal, maintain weight and eat well because the facility meals weren't cutting it. I gave him two options, pay for groceries up front or reimburse after. He chose reimbursement. I explained my weekly fee, my travel rate, and sent a delivery out the next day. At the time, I still allowed payment upon delivery. That was mistake number one. He liked the food, but said the portions were too small and the price too high. Now keep in mind, groceries that week ran about $250. My service fee and travel added up to $500. He knew this, but I wanted to please. I wanted to impress, so I made the classic move. I bargained. I offered to cap groceries at $125. I used the previous week's travel fee as credit, kept my service fee the same, all to make it work. I spent over $125 anyway. Why? Because he liked steak. Because I wanted him to stay. Because I filled his half pans to the brim so he could portion out as he pleased. His meal prep looked like a small catering drop. Oh, and he lived an hour and a half away. Surely, I thought this will impress him. Nope. He said the food was good, but still too expensive. He couldn't afford it. Now, whether that's true is between him and his bank, but the bigger issue was me. I wasn't clear on my grocery payment structure. I ran my business like the price is right. I shrunk my value to fit someone else's narrow view of what I'm worth. And after all that remixing, I didn't retain the client. Here's the truth. No matter how well you cook, how much you give, how far you drive, if the structure isn't there, the respect won't be either. And if you don't honor your value, they won't either. We're not shrinking anymore, not for opportunity, not for applause, not for potential. Now in part 6, we're naming the pressure points, the subtle ways you second guess your prices, your policies, and your process, and how to finally stop negotiating with yourself just to feel booked and busy.